Anyway, here with reaction is the host of Ask Dr. Drew on Rumble, the one and only Dr. Drew Pinsky. All right, this is outside my area of expertise. This is your wheelhouse, to get into the minds of people that are so overreacting and flipping out, freaking out over Donald Trump's win.
Yes.
Is there a psychological term
First of
for
all, Well, Sean, first of all, I'm here to make sure you're okay. I noticed you started crying at the mention of this topic at the opening of this segment, so I hope you're okay. The fact is, we're all going to be okay, and we're all fine. And the fact that a few celebrities sell their $90 million mansion and move to another country is not going to move us in any way. After them having gotten so much from this country, they're done with it. Wow, ingrate. Those of us that are stuck in places like California would love to leave, but we can't all move so freely because we don't have those sorts of economic advantages. The reality is most of these guys were already had ownership of places throughout the world. They were sort of citizens of the world, and now they're going to make a great grandstand. And in doing so, this is the main thing, Sean. This is the question you're asking me. There is an hysteria at the core of this behavior that started probably maybe before Trump derangement, certainly got on steroids during COVID, and is continuing to be with us. Ultimately, it's a hysteria with a basis in narcissism. It's all about me.
I still can't get over the 4B movement. You've tried to explain it to me, but I'm still having a hard time. Women that are cutting their hair and putting it on social media, women that are pledging to never have sex with their husband, boyfriend, whatever, ever again. Women that are pledging to divorce their husbands if they voted for Donald Trump, and stockpiling abortion pills that the Supreme Court codified its availability into law. So I'm having a hard time understanding that group. How would you diagnose them?
Well, but as it pertains to the abortion pills, again, that is an hysteria, right? I mean, in the states that have restrictive access to abortion, 100% of them provide for abortion when the mother's life is in danger, 100%. Yet what these same individuals are doing are whipping themselves into an emotional state that is disconnected from reality and delusional. And delusion has been alive and well in this country. This is kind of an aside, but I was reading a biography of a diplomat in Berlin in the early 1930s, and he used the word hysteria to describe what was happening in Germany. And I thought, my goodness, in each of these movements, whether it's the Jacobins or the Nazis, or now what we did with Trump derangement and with COVID, hysteria captures us. The mass formation does capture at least 20% of the population and sweeps them into a frenzy that they can't get themselves out of. Now, as it pertains to the celebrities we were talking about earlier, again, the message needs to be, you're disconnected. You're not the cool kids anymore. The reality is this is old-timey material to think that this is what you laughed at last time I was up here, Sean, that I, as a celebrity, have some magic wand I can swing at you and you're going to do what I tell you. The wand doesn't work any longer. We moved on to other things. We are persuaded by other people, and the celebrity itself really does not have the same power that it used to, and they're having trouble dealing with that, and that they're the elite. They're not the rest of us. They can't seem to get that through their head.
Yeah. Look, this is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this now. I'm in my 29th year, longer on radio. And there have been many elections I've been very invested in, wanted to win, didn't win. I show up at work the next day and I fight for the things that I believe in and fight for the next election.
That's right.
How come I'm well adjusted. I think they can learn from me. Anyway, the internet, they're having a hard time understanding